Welcome, everybody, to Real Wreckers,
where we are all things movie,
all things TV, all things nerd. Today on Real Wreckers, you have seen, or at least heard us do personality quizzes time and time again, but those were only BuzzFeed quizzes, the unofficial quizzes.
Those were character quizzes, really.
Exactly. Here we are doing probably the most official personality quiz there is. Today we are doing the Meyers-Briggs test. And for those of you who don't know, who weren't with us in high school,
in senior year,
we actually did the Meyers-Briggs test before.
Our teacher had us go through it to see how we would work with each other, or based on the test, to see who we would work with best.
Exactly. And I think it's fair to say that we have both changed a fair bit since our high school years.
I mean, even during college years, we had to redo our houses, you know.
Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure, like, my last time during high school, I'm pretty sure I was an INFP, which I think is like one of the more, how should I put this? One of the more peaceful personalities.
More passive.
Exactly. Which I don't really think stands up to who I am today that much. Like,
I think you're still passive, but it seems like you
a bit
might
more
be
passive aggressive.
I was gonna say a little bit of a go-getter, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember at all what you used to be?
No, I think it was something like a worker bee or something. Like,
a worker bee. Wow.
It sounded something like that, or the one of the main listings of it was like you rummage to the task. Kind of thing.
You rummage to the task. Or that sounds like something like a BuzzFeed description of a personality quiz.
I don't know. Maybe the word rummage sounds too British. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so we're gonna go in. We're gonna see just what category we fit in. Billy, I guess you're gonna find out if you still fit into your original category itself.
Exactly. And as we're going to be doing this, not only is this going to be a bit of a change because unlike the BuzzFeed quizzes, this is like 100 questions, so we're going to be doing it simultaneously as opposed to doing it in taking turns. Mm-hmm. But also, this quiz has like a sort of different outlook on how they present the questions. Mm-hmm. The answers are in circles, and it depends on how big the circles are. Instead of us just saying, oh, we're doing the biggest circle to the left or the second biggest circle to the right, instead we're going to be presenting it as percentages.
Because you went in and you saw what the percentage of each bubble actually means, so that we don't say
exactly
like big bubble, little bubble, medium.
Exactly. So instead of saying big bubble, medium bubble, small bubble, we're going to be saying
no bubble.
0%, 15%, 35%, 50%, 65%, 85%, 100% on how much we agree or disagree with the questions being presented.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So with that out of the way, let's get to the quiz. You ready for this one?
Are you ready for this one?
I'm a bit nervous.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. So the first question is: you regularly make friends? Nope.
I'm gonna say
yeah.
85% yes.
85% yes?
Maybe a 65. That's this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say 65%.
I'm going to go... I don't regularly make friends, so either 15 or 35. Which one are you thinking?
For you? It might be 35.
35?
You keep meeting new people, and I think when it comes to like the work that we've done,
I'm stuck with people for a long period of time,
they reoccur.
I'm pretty much,
you
I'm pretty much forced to be friends with them at that point.
That's how friends work, though. You know, you kind of that's how we became friends. We were trapped in a free zone.
Exactly.
You kind of picked your poisons.
Yeah. So I'm going 35. Next question: you spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go a hundo.
I'm going to go, not really 100. I'm going to go 85. I'm going to go 85 on this one.
Because I literally been latching on to looking at camera lenses overnight.
Yeah. It's not that they're random topics. It's just that there is certain things that I'm like, oh, I like this, so I'm going to branch out into, okay, this, and then I'm going to branch out into this, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
I literally keep, like, every time on my For You page on TikTok, realistic dioramas, and then I go into thinking about how I would superimpose that into a scene to make like instead of having to go to a place, I would make the place and then impose it on a blank space.
If you look at my Celtics page, you would think that, oh, I'm just doing it randomly. Yeah, because all of my Celtics page, you'll see like, oh, very original scripts. And then you'll see, oh, these scripts are very like obviously based on something. And then you'll see like, oh, this is a Batman script.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh, this dark drama about a medieval vigilante. Oh, it's Batman. It's Batman.
It's Batman. Yeah. All right.
So seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too.
This is a little bit of a tough one for me because I feel empathy for them. I feel empathy for them for sure. Sometimes, I think more to the point, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Like my sadness comes from just the uncomfortability of me feeling sympathetic for them.
For me, I think this is actually more of a 35% for me because it depends on context. If it's someone I know, I think that would hurt more. If it's a random, like if you like showing someone sad imagery or a sad news story, not quite. It just wouldn't, like, it would make me really sad. I feel like I'd want to be the not crier, like a shoulder to lean on. I think I'd be more of a shoulder to lean on than I'm gonna cry with you.
I'm gonna go 50% for this one because like I don't immediately cry, but I feel very sympathetic, and if the
like
emotion
pulls at you slowly,
and if the emotion and the connection between me and another person is strong enough, then yeah, then I might cry.
Next up,
you often make a backup plan for a backup plan.
It's more like I don't know. I'd say
on occasion.
It's more like the things I want to do stack up.
Yeah, I think it's more like the things that I have plans for. If there's like one or two setbacks, then okay, they're easy fixes because I know how to do them for long enough. But after that point, I'm like, oh, I'm freaking out. I'm panicking.
I'm thinking how I'm gonna go about something. If my first doesn't work, I like try to like improvise or MacGyver a new solution, or like my entire morning prep I keep in my car by this point. Like I have a second copy. It's just like, yep, if I decide I want to roll out of bed instead, just in case, moisturizer, toothbrush, hair gel, all of that. A small sink in my passenger seat just in case. So
yeah, I'm gonna go 35 on this one.
I'm gonna say 65 just because I do. Yeah. I do kinda.
Okay. Fair enough.
I always make a new thing to stack on for when I forget or don't do my other thing.
All right. So next question: you usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. No.
Weirdly enough, yes. Especially like driving. If there's some awful thing happening, I'm very keen on swerving. I'm gonna say like 85.
Oh no! When the pressure is on, like you've seen me in the car, I will be like half an hour early to a shoot. But as I'm driving, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be late.
I wouldn't call that calm, and I wouldn't call that pressure. I would
exactly.
Say
which is why I'm gonna go like 15% for this one.
I'm like improvising the script for what I'm gonna say when I'm late because there is something, but I'm gonna really appeal to the pathos.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna say 85 just because I'm very durable even when things go really south. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just go in and repair it piece by piece.
Yeah. All right. So next question.
At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know.
100%. 100%.
I will accidentally talk to the dean of the school without knowing and talk to him like just a random adult. So I'm going to say 65.
I'm going 100%. I know the people I like. I stick with them. Everyone else, go be by yourself.
I accidentally talked to the president.
You would be talking to Joe Biden like at first, like, hey, you just seem like a normal guy.
Wait, I thought you played old Captain America in the movie. I'm so sorry, sir. I really did not recognize I just saw him at an ice cream stand, and I was like, yeah.
Can you ever forgive me? He says, no, I don't think I will.
No, he does sound like them. That
yeah, you're right. I got you with that.
All right,
next.
So. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. I'm
going to go 65 on this one because, yeah. Like, if I have to do, like, a break, I will go on to do, like, other smaller tasks. But for the most part, I always come back to the bigger task.
I'm gonna say I literally tried to do every stage of our movie while the main timeline wasn't there, because I kept going in like tweaking the effect, tweaking the file recovery.
Well, on the bigger end of the spectrum, you were like focused on the project at hand. You were just focused on like too many jobs within that one project.
So I would say for big projects, it's absolutely my one. I have one big punch to get through the project.
Yeah.
But for just one project that I'm working on, I think it's like half finished. I want to say.
Okay, so you're gonna go like
a
65? You thinking?
I'm gonna say 85 because I do go 100%. I go 100% for most tasks, but not all.
Yeah. Okay. So next question. You are very sentimental.
How would you define sentimental in this sense?
Sentimental, like I don't know, like I don't outwardly show my emotions, but I will show my emotions very discreetly. Like right now, I'm wearing like a family heirloom from my late grandpa. Mm-hmm. But you would never know because I don't really tell people it. I don't really show my emotions outward. Any genuine emotion that I show, it is because I just do it very discreetly, like very matter-of-factly.
I think if someone gives me something, I'm gonna wear it, kind of thing. So I'd say
I'd go 65 for that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go 65.
You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Oh yeah. For me, that's yeah.
I'm just gonna say 0. Sorry, I do not use calendars. My reminders, dude, I have to write an entire paragraph, and
I'm either going to go 100 or 85 for me because, like, I like to have you
think on a queue, you think on a playlist.
I schedule and list, but I often go like, oh, I'm very early, and then for the most part, I'm like, okay, I have this dead period. What do I do now?
The conversation is the thought process out loud, and you can tell I am a wiggly-wimey, timey-wimey, and you are I think in a playlist. I think, all right, rung down.
If there were two nerd memes that could describe us, for you, it would be wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, and for me, it would be that Always Sunny in Philadelphia meme where it's just the Pepe Sylvia board. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go 85 on this one.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up.
Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I might say 100.
You're going to say 100?
No, 8. It's just like 60 or 85. It's got to be one of them.
I'm going to go 65% because I always have this very pessimistic mindset that I will always be jealous at No Way Home because they totally stole my philosophy. If you always expect to fail, you can never be disappointed.
That I'm pretty sure I've heard that in a movie already.
Exactly. This is my philosophy, and No Way Home stole it. So I'm going to go 65.
Doubting my overall abilities and knowledge. I'm going to say 50 just because I don't think it's actually that extreme. I've just had instances where I had to rethink. It's more like just getting questioned.
Like recently with color correction, I know that I majorly messed up, but I didn't really doubt my abilities because there were a lot of like explanations I could think of as to why I did.
All your colors did have themes. It was literally like a technical thing done.
Exactly. I didn't really have like an immediate reference point.
You were the reference point.
My test was the reference point.
And then it was just tweaks from that on. So next, you feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. 100 for me.
I'm going to go 65.
Really?
Yeah.
I expected you to go 0.
No. Because I'm going to go 50 on this one.
Really?
Because it really depends on my mood. If I'm in because I'm more or less very introverted. Mm-hmm. But if I'm feeling like in a good mood and I'm in like an environment that I really love, like if I'm at a convention or something, or I'm at a movie theater. Mm-hmm. I'm at a movie theater, like I'm in line for a movie. I will strike up a conversation with the person in front of me if they're talking about something that I'm interested in.
Like you'll actually partake.
Exactly. I did that sometimes when I ushered at AMC.
I will straight up like join a conversation unprompted.
So I'm going to go 50%.
I'm 100.
All right. So you are not too interested in discussing various interpretation and analysis of creative works. Nope, 0. So I am 100% interested in that. I took a class on that because I was so interested in it.
I think I started a show with my one friend talking about interpretations and analysis at one point.
Yeah. Initially, it was supposed to be that.
And then it just turned into memes and
It just turned
personality
into
issues.
exactly. So I'm gonna go with 0% on that one. What did you go with?
0.
You went with 0. Fair.
That was like I disagree with that statement.
You disagree with that statement.
I am interested.
Yes, I'm 100% interested.
That's like, do you like media literacy? Who says no to do I like media literacy? I want to know.
Talking to 2 media literacy majors. Are you interested in this? Of course not. Why am I even taking this major?
Like, I don't know. I feel like that shouldn't be it's kind of bad if someone's like willfully ignorant in that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next up,
you are. Oh, okay. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. This is a tough one, man.
I don't know. I think for non-technical stuff, I definitely appeal to emotion.
I think I follow my head because, like, when like right now, I'm overthinking my emotions. That is like the core of head over heart. Overthinking your own emotions.
I think like a heart cosplaying a head.
So I'm gonna go with should I go 85 or 65?
I'm giving it 35.
No, 35.
I'm a heart goer, you know. I'm a heart throb.
Heart. Captain Planet for all of you 80s nostalgia freaks.
So many of them.
I don't know. Should I go 85 or 65 on this one?
I'd say you want to be logistical, but you get emotional in the process.
True, yeah. So I'm gonna go 65. Yeah.
Like you want to, but you get emotional trying to.
I try to, but in the process, I flip.
So next up, you usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm going
saying
15.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know what you mean when you say that. I know what I mean when I say that. So yeah, I'm an absolute no. I'm going 15% on that because I like to have a particular daily routine, but I get done that daily routine very quickly. So I'll just have this large span of time where I'm doing nothing.
Waiting for the coffee to brew, dance around the table, walk up, go to the toilet.
Exactly.
I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I wanted to play video game. Oh my god, I had coffee brewing. Oh, it's done. It was done 5 minutes ago. Sweet. Wait for it, pour it. Ooh, something's at the door.
We literally watched an entire movie, and then you remembered, oh wait, I have coffee that I brewed.
The laundry at 1 a.m. because I shower. Before I shower, I take all the dirty laundry from the week. I put it in the washer. You can't leave it in the washer or else. I go back. I'm done. I go to bed. I need clothes for them. Oh, they're gonna get mildewy if I don't go right now. But it's 1 a.m. and I want to go to sleep.
I feel like you are so 100% on this because you told me earlier on that you got hungry at 1 a.m. So you decided to have dumplings. That is the epitome.
Moving on.
Yeah. That is the epitome of I don't have a daily routine. I'm just doing what I want at the given moment.
My body doesn't have a calendar in it. It has an internal clock. It's more like an alarm clock, not a time clock.
Yeah. Moving on. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. I
disagree.
I rarely worry about. No. Sometimes I do. I always
worry about my impressions.
Yeah, I'm going to go 35 on this one.
I'm more scared of saying the wrong thing to someone than accidentally slapping them as I pass by them.
Yeah.
Because it's happened before.
Usually I would say, yeah, of course. But while I'm in a room with another person. But the minute I leave the room, I immediately think to myself, oh my God, what are they saying about me? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what did I do wrong?
Straight up. Also, what scares me more is knowing the gossip that happens in a certain space.
Yes.
And being able to partake, but wait, when I'm not there, am I the target?
Yes.
The fear. That's how I work.
This is what public school has done to us.
Like, no, that was more like honestly, it's more of a recent thing, knowing how, like, adults are unhinged. Because,
yeah.
Like, back then, I was like, those are kids.
You just think it's kids, but now that you're, like, an adult, you realize, oh, my God.
They didn't
stuck.
grow up out of it. I've just been listening. So, next up, you enjoy participating in group activities.
I'm going, maybe a 50 or a 35.
I'm thinking 65.
Yeah, for you,
85. I like group projects.
For you, you're leaning more towards, but for me, I don't know, because I like being in group projects with people that I'm like on the level with. Like if like high school we had like a certain friend group and we did like all of our things with that friend group. And if we got in a group project with that friend group, I would be like, yes, I'm in. I'm 100% focused.
You're excited when it's group activities with your group, not a group.
Correct. Because when it's just a group, I'm like, so who goes first? Who talks first? Do you want to, I don't want to talk first.
Okay. For people that don't enjoy group activities, they prefer not to do it even with their friends. So I'd say you're leaning past 50. You've got to be above 50.
I might just go 50.
Okay. Because I've known other people who willingly will not even go with their group of friends for group projects.
I lean more towards 50 because even in a group project, I sometimes like need to take a step back and just like breathe by myself.
I do that while we're talking, and that's why it looks like I'm not thinking.
I thought it was just you not thinking.
Next.
You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending.
Ooh,
yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I'm going to give that an 85.
I'm going to go 65 on that one.
I think we should swap.
Yeah. Swapsies?
Yeah,
I'm going 85.
Just kidding. I'm like, come up with a multiverse. I come up with, what little tweak could happen towards the end that would have like one screw falls out the entire building kind of thing.
I'll sometimes do that with just normal things in everyday life in history that have no connection to each other, and I will just build a connection to each other because there's no hard conclusion. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many conspiracy theories I have on the Zodiac
Caveman with tanks, of course.
Exactly.
It's true. Next, your happiness comes from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments.
I mean, when you accomplish something, I feel proud of you for it, but at the same time, I also feel envious. Like, why aren't I doing something like that?
I'd say I'm happy on pretty much both ends. It's kind of the when things click. Like, why isn't this thing budging? Why isn't this action going through the whole way? It's like stopping, and then like someone helps me, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you just have to hold it that way. Don't force it. Don't pull it." And it's like click. Oh, like that's a great feeling at first. Sometimes it's frustrating though. So I'm more happy to be the person who's like, actually, don't force it like that. It'll break.
You've done that to me. How many times have you fixed something and I said, go away?
So I'm always, I would say more often. I'm happier to help others accomplish something.
No, I love to help others, but I need to have that sense of accomplishment too.
When I have it though,
because
it might be something that frustrates me.
There's always that selfish feeling that if I help someone too much, they might go over me in terms of rank.
Just you have an inferiority towards it.
Correct. I'm going to go 35.
I'm going 85. I don't know. I enjoy that feeling of
enjoy helping people.
Yeah.
You enjoy helping people. I think helping people is going to make me the lesser.
Okay. You don't want to be the sensei because the sensei will be beaten by a student.
Who wants to be Merlin of the Round Table? Who wants to be Merlin? You want to be King Arthur.
Everybody wants to be King Arthur.
Exactly. Next question. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next.
Yes. Yeah, I'm jack of all trading, and that I'm unable to specify. I'm trying to specify. I'd like to, but it just feels like I can't.
I don't prefer to be a jack of all trades. It just seems like that's what school life, especially. That's what school life has trained me to try to be.
A niche.
I want to have a niche, but it seems like life in general is saying no, don't have a niche.
Even though the tasks themselves are like, oh yeah, I really hope you're really good at specific thing, specific thing, because that's all this needs.
Exactly.
Which isn't really that specific because there's always a giant encompass.
So what would you say for yourself?
I might say 85 or 100 because I genuinely am bouncing across all positions in this field.
Yeah. For you, yeah, definitely.
85 or 100.
You are very interested in so many things that you find it difficult. What to try next? I'm gonna go.
What to try next? I want to say less. Actually, that might be lower, like a 65, because I know what I want to try next.
I'm gonna go. I might go 60. I'm in between 65, 50, and 35. Because, man, I sometimes bounce.
Mm-hmm. I might just go 50, really, because I am actually torn right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 50 myself. Yeah.
So next, you are prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse.
Yes! Yes!
Straight up.
I'm going to go 85 on that one because there's always just that ignorance in the back of my mind that, no, there will always be like a trampoline that I can like land on. But in actuality, I know there is no trampoline. I'm falling on concrete.
You're having like a cognitive dissonance for your safety nets.
Yeah, I'm going 85 on that one.
I think I am. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm prone to worrying, actually. I might be. I'm going to say less because I'm actually too optimistic. I'm going to say 35.
Fair enough. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Do I?
I don't know. I feel like you might. I feel like you want to be like co-captain, not captain, because you don't feel like talking to everyone.
I don't know because like when we were doing Ezekiel, like that was like when we were first doing Ezekiel, I should say.
Yeah, you were able to actually get everyone on spot.
Exactly. I made the group chats. I made sure everyone knew where we were going. I knew everyone was rehearsed. Unfortunately, I didn't rehearse the equipment part of it, but that's another story.
None of us knew.
Yeah.
None of us knew.
I'm gonna go.
I'd say
I might go 15% on this one.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not that I avoid it. It's just that I'm not the most social. The leader putting me in a leadership role might break me out of that, and it is proven in the fact that it does.
So you think you're actually magnetized towards leadership roles?
Yes, and
it just depends if someone wants to break you into it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say I don't avoid them; they fall on me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like I'm never gonna.
Especially since you're like the most tech savvy one of like most of the classes. Because again, you're in tech service, so you have
like it's
you
more
have like the doors open to you that most people in our classes don't.
The guy who gives you a back door to the thing that you need isn't leading you to. He's leading you to it? It's more like he's just pointing it out to you or unlocking it. It's not like he's the one who wants the stuff. He's just a door to open.
So are you going to go like 35?
I went 50.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't avoid it. Whenever it falls on me, I'll take it.
True.
I just don't actively.
I think we can both agree on this one. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. Hard pass. Hard pass on that one. 0.
0.
Yeah, 0.
I was like, I guess. I don't know. Is this an artistic field? Is there an artistic flair to it? Are we nursing students, the real artists?
Is making film an artistic? Is film an art form?
No, I think tax and accounting and nursing are probably the most artistic.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm going 0 on that one.
Law is the most
you
artistic.
You went 0 on Oh, thank God you went 0 on that one.
Absolutely.
Because if you even went 15, I would be like, get out.
Get out. No. There's even the technical aspect is an art form.
Yeah.
Like you see this cable wrap in the ceiling, that's an art form.
Exactly.
You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings?
Yes.
It depends.
I think so, yeah.
In a literal sense, maybe, but I think on a person-to-person sense, no.
This is why like sometimes when like computers or cyborgs are like the main villain of like a movie or a book, it's hard to disagree with their rationality because they bring up legitimately good points.
Now the problem is that is kind of the irony of a machine not being able to interpret statistics by saying, well, the data says we have to do this, but the ethics is not data. Like interpretation of data is good ethics. So I'm going to say no, because it's not like, why don't we lead with our heart or instead of our brain? It's like, no, if you go on this stat, that can actually cause harm, which is not ethical or not logical.
I'm going to go 85 or 65 on this one for me because, like, man.
I'm going to say probably like 35 or 15. I'm going to say 35 because it's not like horrible. It's just there is an emotional need, which is like certain things that are like life needs.
I like good emotions. I like good emotions. Bad emotions make me think, okay, rationality would be better in this situation. So like I'm going to go 65.
In a medical panic, rationale over emotions. But in like a social issue, aggression, there's an emotional need for that because it's affecting the person's livelihood.
Yes.
Like that's my thought process.
Fair enough. You prefer to do your chores, bless you.
Thank you.
Before allowing yourself to relax.
I prefer to.
But
I never go about it that way.
Same. I might go. I
think it's
might go
6 to
85. I might go 85 on this one.
I prefer it. I do want to do my chores before I relax, but I need to take a nap before I have the energy to carry that laundry upstairs.
I can tell you like how many times during my high school life that especially Fridays, I would do my schoolwork, do my homework at school. That way, I would have so much time the minute I got home to just walk over to the movie theater so I could watch movies.
I don't know what kind of point in the day that I would be doing my homework before I left, because I can't do it on the bus. It's too bouncy. I can't do it during class time. I can't do it during lunchtime. I can't hear myself think.
That's why headphones, man. Headphones.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I could be over-ear headphones like that, because the thing that I learned is you can't do earbuds like to drown out noise, because that's just adding more noise to your ear.
True.
So next, you enjoy watching people argue. Kinda, yeah.
I don't know about this one.
Depends on the argue.
It really depends, because if I'm like, I don't know, because sometimes I get like anxiety over just how heated some arguments get. If the argument is about something stupid, then I'm loving it. If the argument is like a legit argument where both sides have good points, that's when I get anxiety.
Oh, what? You get anxiety towards like, oh, I don't know who to vote, or who to like vote for, or who not vote for, but like root for.
Well, sometimes when both sides of who I'm voting for like have good arguments, but at the same time, it's very rare. But it's very rare for both sides, or even one side, or even either side, to have like good arguments.
I'm not really sure if I enjoy like a good argument necessarily. I'm gonna say 50, honestly.
I enjoy debates rather than arguments.
Yeah,
that's the big thing.
But I think certain debates, the really entertaining ones, are like trash TV, where they just kind of turn into an argument. Like they devolve immediately.
Yeah,
it's like a baboon in a wall. Like the one who's not listening and the one who won't stop talking.
I'm between 35 and 50 for this one.
I put down 50.
And I'm gonna go 50. Yeah, sometimes it can be entertaining. Other times,
I'm also thinking like in a train or in like public in a park. I'm like, I don't want to watch them fight. That's kind of
exactly. But if it's like two people that I know arguing over something ungodly stupid,
or even just something rational, it's just like, wow, they are. It's kind of funny.
I think you're micromanaging your own job a bit too much.
Like
both of your own jobs a bit too much.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, like I can't tell you how much. Have you seen Jerry and JB like argue like on
yes,
set?
That is so funny.
Yes, that's the point where I'm like, okay, maybe
hey, our director and our
argue.
producer. It's funny to watch our director and producer fight on set. Let's not name names.
It's not name names,
but it's really funny.
Let's not name names, even though we have clearly named names. Those names exactly on the show before.
Friend of the show. The show.
All right, so I went 50. I went 50.
All right.
You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. I'm gonna go.
I avoid it.
This is where like, I hate it because like, I think I do, but then I make shows like this, and I've made shows like
oh yeah,
my review show on like at our old high school, and people have walked up to me, recognized me, and I'm like, why? Why are you walking up to me? Why are you recognizing me? Oh, wait a minute.
Like, oh, I put my face out there and they saw it.
I think consciously I don't draw attention to myself, but subconsciously I'm constantly putting myself out there.
I don't know. It's one of those I don't ask people to watch or something, but the things that I do, people end up watching. Like, so I'm gonna go 35. I tend to avoid it, so I'm gonna go 50, honestly.
You're gonna go 50?
I don't like being too in the middle for all these, because I end up drawing attention by accident.
I would be interested to see like if you went through the entire Myers-Briggs and just went for the middle category.
It would probably call you like a wimp.
You'd just be wimp.
Pick something already. We don't know what to call you.
Your mood changes very quickly.
Stub your toe. What happens?
Stub my toe?
Yeah, like something like that.
I immediately get angry at literally everything around me, and I yell at everyone to shut up.
100. I put 100.
Your mood can change very quickly. I'm gonna go. Oh, you went 100 on that one. Your mood can change very quickly.
Yes.
Nah.
It can.
No, I think it comes from more the fact that I'm too stubborn to admit when I'm wrong, but internally, I might change my mind, even though externally I'm like, no, I was right.
Yeah, your thoughts versus your mood are different.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 35 on that one.
I'm 100.
Yeah, you lose patience with people who are not as vicious as you. 100%.
I'm gonna say 65. I want to help. Like, it's nice to see them go through a little struggle, but I'm just like
100%. Immediately when like there were times again, not naming names because I love everyone who worked on Submerged. That was the name of the film.
Uh-huh.
I love everyone who worked on Submerged, but there were times where we were cleaning up after a shoot, and I would see someone just hanging out by their car, and I would be like, "Dude, we have heavy stuff that we need help with."
Or it's just more like watching someone just go very bit slowly. Okay, I'm like, dude, watch. Click once, it's all down. Mm-hmm. There, like stuff like that.
And I know,
I've
and
been
I know
on the
this,
receiving end,
and I know that I am not, and I know that I'm not offending anyone when saying that because I have done this before.
Yeah, I don't enjoy being someone who has to be sped up for. Like someone has to come in and make sure I'm going up fast enough.
Yeah, I'm going to go 100% on that one.
I'm a 65 because I've been on the receiving end and I know it's just inevitable, but I still don't enjoy it. I still I get fed up.
I feel like the whole like thing behind this is the perfect example is how do you do behind slow walkers? Because I get mad.
By myself, I kind of like just go around.
There are times where I can't go. Like I'll be walking on the sidewalk and on a busy street and I will not be able to go around.
When I've walked with people before, I've accidentally like blasted ahead of them just by walking normally, and then I look to my left and like, oh hi stranger, and I have to like slowly back up. All
right, so I'm going 100.
Yes, I'm a 65 because I know.
You often end up doing things at the last possible minute.
100. I literally submitted one of my final essays in the same day, 8 pages.
And I often end up doing it. I often end up doing it. I always hate that I end up doing it. So I'm going 80. I'm going 85 or 6. I'm going 85. Yeah. Who am I kidding? 85.
I feel like I think the improv surrounding how good my final pieces are in the same day because I hate rough draft, mid draft, next draft, final draft. I'm just like the rough with some tweaked grammar, final. Boom.
We were all so focused on the project at hand that we all forgot. Oh wait, there's paperwork that comes with this.
And on my end, I'm just like, you saw me. You saw the work.
Exactly. You saw all of us. Why do you need the paperwork?
I understand documentation evidence.
But you were there.
The best documentation evidence. I'd rather give you a video of all the stuff that I did instead of paperwork.
Yeah, so I'm going 85 on that one. You go 100. Yeah, I can see you go.
I literally an entire final assignment the same day that the last day of class.
I could see you going.
That happened before the summer class.
You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death.
Not necessarily.
I've been interested in it. I don't know if I've always been interested in it.
I think when DMT was a hot topic to talk about, it's just like, it's just a heavy hallucinogen, really. To me, my thing has just always been the second that whatever your brain registers as dead, it releases a drug, and then 8 hours, which is like in dream time, like 20 hours.
Oh, you mean the scientific proof?
So I don't know what would happen afterwards besides just infinite nap. Like when you when you go into like you don't hear, you don't see, you don't feel.
Yeah.
And when you wake up after that nap, you feel like you died because you're all like dehydrated. I'm just thinking it's that infinite nap feeling after that.
You've always been. When you look at it like that, I might lean a bit more towards the yes side because I'd be interested to see what would I imagine? What would I like in those last few moments? Mm-hmm. What would I imagine? So I'm going to go like an 85 on that one.
I think I would just for me, I'm just like, I feel like I would have to be surprised. I want to be surprised by something. I can't think of anything. So I'm not fascinated. It surprised me.
Surprise me.
So I'm going to go like 15.
Surprise me, brain.
I've thought about it, but I'm not fascinated.
Yeah. You usually prefer to be around others than on your own. Hard pass. Actually, no, not a hard pass. I'm going to go 15% on that one because there were times where I've gone through like a week by myself and I'm like, I feel lonely.
I hate this. And then you finally...
And then I'm with other people, and I'm like,
I hate this.
I'm going to go 15% on that one, because when I'm with other people that, again, I'm on the level with, I'm like good to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I prefer others, be around others, so I'm going to say 85. I like my lonely time, but it's
you like your... I think I'm like the exact opposite. I like my together time, but I will always cherish
the same
my alone time.
We're both equally close to our opposite extremes, but we still have our like 20% range of
I feel like whatever personality types we get, it will be the exact opposite of, and we will like do some research in, and we will find that we are the perfect like match in terms of personality types.
You're trying to match us.
I'm trying to match.
You're trying to be
exactly.
What is that called? The
matchmaker.
I was about to look that up. You're being our matchmaker.
Exactly.
So you become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. No, I get more excited, honestly.
Exactly. Where are you going with this one?
I mean...
I know that I'm on the very lower spectrum. I don't know if I'm on 15 or 0.
Theorizing future concerns of what, like, the scope of film... No, straight up, hard disagree. That's got to be, like, 0 for me. Or, like, 15. I hate when things get abstract to the point where they try to explain certain issues in a vacuum.
I'm going to go 15 because I like to get theoretical, but when I get too theoretical to the point where it becomes like pessimistic or nihilistic or anarchistic,
or when
then I'm like, oh no, I don't like this anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna go 15 on that one.
I do 15 for the sake of I enjoy the abstract ideas of how far when we talk about something can go, but I hate when it gets so theoretical that it's ignoring the context of a certain issue.
I love the theoretical in terms of like talking about our future and how like Star Trek in many ways is predicting our future. I'm like, wow, that's very interesting. I want to see more of it. But realistically, I'm like, Star Trek isn't our future. Terminator is Mad Max's.
And I'm more like, those are great in a vacuum, but those aren't in our world enough for what the world will demand, because certain things will never go away. Like, just
look at gas prices now and tell me we're not heading towards a Mad Max future.
Yeah, but it's not going to be like some random groups of gangs. It'll be a company still.
True.
That's where I'm like, it can't be in a vacuum.
True.
Next.
You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experience are very different from yours.
I want to say yes.
I want to say yes, yeah.
I hope so. I want to say I'm willing to...
I can't tell you how many times, like, I think of, like, movie characters or, like, TV characters or book characters, like, especially superheroes. Like, superheroes, because, like, even in those differences, when I know the person well enough, I see myself in them so that I can, like, I see where you're coming from.
I think it's really impressive when a story can make a child in a story's... like their experience very, I can imagine how that felt at that moment, because it kind of brings back an innocence time frame for thinking.
Like going back to one of our earlier discussions when we weren't on air, obviously, when we were talking about how when we were little, we still connected so much to Avatar, to Clone Wars, especially when they were very much so sci-fi and fantasy, in worlds that we can barely even imagine, and yet we could still connect with those characters.
Mm-hmm. Or like an experience of someone like here and now, who just I've never heard of where they're from. I don't know what kind of things they go through, but like the way that they're describing it, I totally get it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I want to say
I'm gonna go 65 or 85 for me.
I want to try to go 85 because I feel like I can understand the pain. 65 because I can understand it, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm going 65.
I can't match the feeling because I don't know how bad it is or how good it is.
Yeah, you usually postpone finalizing a decision for as long as possible.
100.
100. You're on 100. I might go 65 on that one.
Because I need a second person to finalize it.
I might go 65. 65 or 85. Because when I'm done a project, I want to say yes, I'm done. Handing it in. The minute I hand it in, I'm like, I forgot to do something.
That's how I am, and it's just more like either it's going to go in immediately, I'm going to be the first card in, or I'm going to be the second to last. Like, I cannot
I'm going to go 85 on this one. Yeah, I'm going to go 85.
Yeah. So, next, you rarely second-guess the choices that you have made. No! That's gonna be a hard no.
That's a
because
hard no.
literally overthunked that 8-page essay I sent in the same day that I made it.
I have literally fallen asleep and thought to myself, what if I did this other choice in middle school?
Wait, did I bring the dog in after I walked him, or did I just walk into the house and put the leash on the ground?
After I have like come home, changed, showered, went to sleep, and thought to myself, did I lock the car door?
Did I lock the door before I left?
Did I lock the car door? Did I leave one of the lights on? Oh my god.
Is there a pan on the stove I didn't clean? Like, just stupid.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm going hard pass on that one. Hard 0.
Next.
After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need.
Kinda, in a way. It depends.
Yeah, for me it depends, because after a long, exhausting week, I want to have fun, but I don't want to be like overwhelmed with how many people I'm having fun with.
But like a crowded movie showing.
I like a crowded movie showing where everyone's silent, with the exception of like the cheering moments where like everyone's cheering. That's the moments I love.
Mm-hmm. But what about a group of people when they get a little louder?
I don't like parties. That's the big thing. I don't like huge parties where the entire house is like crowded. Mm-hmm. Because at that point I'm like, oh my god, get me out. I can't breathe.
I'm
like my social events are like the perfect number is like, I don't know, maybe like 10 max.
No, I think I can enjoy a pretty crowded event, honestly.
I'm gonna go 35 on that one.
I'm gonna say like 65 or 85. What do you think?
I think
I enjoy people.
You enjoy people, so go 85. Yeah.
I feel like I can get loud if I want to.
You enjoy going to art museums.
Hell yeah.
I've never been to an art museum.
You haven't been to Woodmere?
I've never been to an art museum.
Oh, dude.
I want to go to an art museum because at first my mind is like, no, it's just paintings.
Nah,
on the
dude,
wall.
it's when you're older, it's much different. When you're a kid, it's just like, wow, everything looks kind of cool and weird. When you're an adult, it's like, whoa, the feelings.
Whoa. I'm gonna go 50. I'm gonna go 50 on that one because I have no basis to judge.
I love museums. I was literally like peak of one of my.
What did you go with? What did you go with?
100. I love museums.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go 50 because I've never been to an art museum, so I have no basis to judge.
Next, you often
You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. No.
I mean, we literally just.
Here's the thing. I understand people's feelings. I just don't care.
I just don't understand I might not understand their experience, so I'm going to say no.
I'm going to go. Yeah. How hard are you disagreeing with this one?
I'm thinking 35.
30. You're on 35.
The weakest no.
The weakest no.
Because there's sometimes where I don't understand. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 35 myself. You like to have a to-do list for each day.
Nope. I have 50 Chrome tabs full of random things that I want, but can't afford yet.
I don't have to-do lists, like physical to-do lists. I have like mental to-do lists. Like I have like, I know what I have to do today. So I'm going to do these things. If there's some time gap, I will do something else, but I have to do these things. So I'm going to go, I might go like a 65 on that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You rarely feel insecure. Hard pass. Hard pass.
I'm going to say like an 85.
Really?
65. I get roasted too much.
I definitely say you're more secure than me.
Is that a scale? Is that a scale? I don't know. I'm not sure.
But that's like saying, the Batman Begins is better than Batman and Robin. But Batman and Robin is awful.
All right. Next, I said 65. I don't know what you put down.
I put down 0.
Avoid making phone calls. No, I'm not. I will call someone if they don't pick up.
It's not that I avoid making phone calls. I avoid making any calls or any texts. I don't care. I don't care about those sorts of things. So I might go like 30. I'm 35 or 50. I'm like 35, 50.
I don't know. How hard do you avoid when someone wants to pass the phone to you?
Not really.
Oh, then
I'm gonna go 50.
Yeah. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Yeah. I try.
I'm gonna go 65 on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 60, just because I sometimes
For the sake of the fact that most of my search history is Wikipedia articles on different people and characters, both real and fictional, I think it's fair to say 65.
when it comes to certain tastes and opinions, I really tried for so long to deduce what makes country so enjoyable to some when rebel rock is real, folk is real. Like, I was just like, where down the list did you decide?
There are so many times where I've never been able to distinguish rebel rock and country.
It's literally a historical context, not the actual music.
Yeah, I don't hate certain genres. It's just certain songs that I hate, and there are a lot of songs in certain genres that I hate. Mm-hmm. But I like some rap. That's the thing. I like some rap. I don't hate rap.
I like specific types of rap because it gets into subcategories.
Yeah, exactly. So in your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities.
Nah, not necessarily. I get hit up. And it's always by like two different
I hate the fact that I'm like thinking, yeah, I do that sometimes. Like,
I think you're an event initiator.
Exactly. Like, you are not of the two of us, you are not the one who says, let's go to a movie tomorrow.
It's more like, are we going to lunch or are we going to a place? I don't know.
I'm gonna go 65. 65.
It's more like you decide when to socialize. I decide where to socialize.
Yeah. Should I go? You going 65 or?
I'm going pretty low.
Oh, I'm thinking 65 or 85 for me.
I think I'm 50 because I don't not hit people up. I just don't. I'm not usually the initiator.
I'm gonna go 65 on. Since you went 50, I'm gonna go 65.
Mm-hmm. You're more of an initiator.
Exactly. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. Yes.
Ironically, yes, because I don't plan, but when I have a thing I'm fixated on,
yes.
I can't stray away.
I literally said it earlier. I will do a project. I sometimes need a break, so I'll do other smaller projects within that. But I make sure to come back.
I hate having to go to the bathroom when I'm in the middle of a very important edit.
Yes.
Like my dog comes in and has to use the bathroom. Like just those weird little real life has to happen, but I really need this to be done.
Yes.
Or it's like something that I'm not avid to get done, and there's nothing interrupting me to like walk away from it. I'm like, come on, interrupt me. I don't want to do this right now.
I'm going 85 for me.
I want 100.
Wow. Okay.
Because it's like the antithesis of I don't plan. When I have a fixation, I need to get it done or else.
True. Fair enough.
You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago.
100%.
Yeah, 85.
100.
I want to work past them, but man.
You've been with me in my high school years. You know I have mistakes.
Bro, you were with early quarantine, dude. I was just like, I could not break away for a while. Now I'm like, I could beat up me at that point now. That's my confidence meter is like, can I beat up physically me who I regret being, and can I talk younger me out of saying something dumb?
Every single time that I think I haven't made a mistake, it's thinking of how younger, fatter me would react to now me.
Like, what would
physically now me? Mentally, we are on two different paths, and that's why I think 100% you are still bothered by the mistakes you have made in the past.
But it makes you wonder what the first thing you would say to yourself at that point would be.
I would say run.
I would just say, pick this, not this. Because this button and this button are just two different things, I promise.
I say to myself, buses, avoid them. Go Back to the Future. Just let past me just figure out what I mean by that.
I walked everywhere. What did you mean?
You walked everywhere, and now you're ripped.
All right, so next, you rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Not rarely.
Not really.
Human existence.
I sometimes do that.
Human existence, I think about on a time scale. Meaning of life, I don't think there's a meaning necessarily.
I think you make your meaning.
Exactly. So
my meaning, if we're talking like philosophy on this, my meaning of life is legacy. Leave behind like something that not only you can be proud of, but other people can be proud of too.
I'm thinking 50%. I disagree because I do think about it. I don't think of a solid singular. Like there's not a single strong meaning of life.
I'm going 35 or 15.
I kind of just like how they phrase them in such a way that it demands that you work backwards, which I think makes you work through the question more.
I'm going to go 35.
Instead of you contemplate reasons, it's you rarely, so it makes you think backwards.
Exactly.
Which makes you, it's kind of like,
It's reverse psychology.
You know when artists have to mirror their work to make sure it's proportional? It's like that for thought, making a thought flip. Next.
Your emotions control you more than you control them.
Can I say 50? I don't know.
I might go 52.
I think
because sometimes I control my emotions to the point where I make myself like over emote.
I'd be crying at the drive-thru because I can't decide if I want plain, onion, or everything bagels.
I can't decide if I want a 4-piece or a 6-piece. We have a 5-piece. I can't decide.
Well, no, I would always pick the bigger one by that point. But it's more like, do you want the orange or the blue orange? Not a red pill, blue pill, because I know they each of them has. Do I want a blue orange or an orange orange? Do I want to be classy?
I'm actually going to say like 65. Because even though it may seem like sometimes my emotions control me, no, most of the time I'm controlling them to make it look like they're controlling me.
Wouldn't that be
I'm a
35?
sociopath, man. I'm going 65.
Wouldn't that be a 35? Because you disagree? Your
emotions control you. Oh, yeah, sure. So I'm going 35.
I'm going to say 50 because I can get emotional and it takes away my rationality for what I do want for just small things, not for necessarily important things.
I make it look like my emotions control me, and that's my genius. I'm a sociopath.
You're reverse psychologying yourself.
Exactly.
Why are you hitting yourself? Next.
You take great care not to make people look bad even when it's completely their fault.
Yeah, I'll sugarcoat everything.
I feel like you sugarcoat things.
Yeah.
Me, it's a toss-up.
65, depending on how bad it is.
I'm going to go 50 on this one. Mm-hmm. Because if I like the person, then it's not their fault. If I don't, it's all their fault.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah,
you're going 50.
I'm going 50.
I'm going 65.
I'm going 50. And again, I'm thinking right back to the project we just had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there were some people who made mistakes, but I liked. So it's not their fault. It's my fault.
Yeah.
There were some people who I didn't like, but did their work. So it's all their fault.
Like, I would definitely sugarcoat a giant mistake someone makes because I would be able to, like, kind of undo whatever they mess up with it.
Yep.
But, like, I would still kind of sugarcoat how badly things are messed up to avoid getting yelled at. Next.
Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy rather than organized and consistent efforts.
100.
I'm going to go 85 on that one.
100. It is literally like, I'm going to make a short film. 2 months later, it's out. It's done. I did it. Just those little tweaks. I'm just like, I don't feel like it today. I wanna sit and not think. And then the next day,
85. I'm gonna go 85 because I'm thinking 100, but then I think back to I'm pretty sure it was 9th to 10th grade where I did actually organized and consistent work on script writing. And I was like actually like trying to make a feature-length script. And then I looked at it recently. I'm like, yeah, this is fan fiction. I just wrote fan fiction. That's it.
But yeah, you 100%ed it, right?
I 100%ed it each day.
That's what matters, really.
Yeah.
So when someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you.
I'm going to go 85 on this one.
I'm gonna say
because
65?
some people I just don't care because they've already made it clear they don't care about me. But when someone cares, I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. When
I overthink the phrase. Oh, I don't care. It's just, you don't. I care. You don't care? I care.
I care. I care.
I'm gonna say 65. It's not like that. It's not severe. It's just like, don't say I don't care. I care. Like I know they don't care. It's not that they don't care about me. It's just like they don't care about the preference. Like, but do you want it? Do you want it a certain way? Like, just try to fit their preferences like that.
You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Again, I'm gonna go 85.
I'm gonna go 50 because it really depends. For like editing, I want to be a solo, but for certain other like big setups, like group projects,
I'm gonna go 85 because even though I think yes, alone, awesome, but then I think to myself, what if I need like help with certain little tweaks? Then it would be nice to sometimes have other people help me.
I enjoy like headset and microphone jobs, like in the.
Oh, you mean what you're doing right now?
In the style of like airplane pilots, it's like I could be totally alone. They can be as alone as they want, but if they need something, they literally push a button and they ask a question, And they have
All
like
right,
another
passengers,
person.
fasten your seatbelt. See Mount Everest, and I'm going towards it.
It's my second day on the job, and I've always wanted to see it. So 50%. I enjoy like being able to open a like an open call kind of thing.
True. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time? No.
Hard disagree.
Hard disagree. I think that
Abstract, not theoretical.
the more philosophical questions that you ask, the more growth that is possible. Like that's the whole point. Asking questions is how you grow. Mm-hmm. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just taking it's called a Be Real. Have you heard of them?
Be real.
It's like Snapchat but worse.
What did you go with? You went hard pass?
Yeah, I went hard disagree because I think theoretical questions are important.
True. I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go 15 because I think it's possible to over question to the point where you fall into a black hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I say the whole in a vacuum, ironically, because black hole's a super vacuum.
Yeah.
Next, you feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places.
Hard pass.
You can be intimate in a bustling place.
It's hard.
It's called waking the neighbor.
I'm gonna go 15% on that because even though yes, most of the time I like to be quiet, intimate with my friends, especially, but when I'm like, especially like movie theater premieres, movie premieres, you're in that space, crowded movie theater, and you're all having a shared experience. That is a busy, bustling atmosphere.
But it's on the same wavelength.
That I love.
You like orchestras, not like different bands.
I love orchestra, not jazz.
Yeah.
Even though I like jazz.
Well, and I'm saying
I
like
jazz.
The social organization of jazz works in music, not in a group of people.
Correct. You know at first glance.
I'm gonna go 85.
Oh, sorry. I completely forgot.
All good.
You know at first glance how someone is feeling.
No. Some people are.
I'm gonna go 50.
Some people are kind of hard to read. Really.
Some people are hard to read, but for the most part, I pride myself on getting vibes.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm easy to read.
Yes, you are.
Thanks. So
I told you, you have a tell.
No. That was completely. You weren't able to tell that. That was an obvious joke. I do. I want to say I do not, but to the weakest degree because I can tell.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can tell how someone's feeling immediately. I just don't know what the first thing to say is.
True. You often feel overwhelmed. Yeah.
Often.
Yeah, that's true. Often.
Mine's occasional. I'm right down the middle with that.
My ignorance is the only thing that keeps me from being overwhelmed every single second of every single day. I do have that ignorance, so I'm gonna go 85.
I have this awful thing where I can read social media and listen to a conversation, but I cannot talk to someone in front of me while on the phone with someone else because they both can't hear each other.
I went more positive with this one because you know me, I couldn't even go to our school dance because of how overwhelming the sound was.
Like, I can talk to you, read the screen, and watch the recorder. And
I can only do one.
Like, I don't know.
I can't multitask.
I'm not even multitasking. I'm literally like flipping between my screens kind of thing instead. True. I wish each of my eyes could register two different things. Next.
You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps.
Hard to disagree. I literally skip the setup and go straight to the startup.
I'm thinking like a 65 for me.
I'm just say a little because I do try to go by steps for important stuff.
Because it's not that I skip the steps. It's the fact that, yes, I want to go step by step by step. If there is something that's hard, I will either skip that step and see what I missed about that one step while in the next, or I'll just Google it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 65.
I've constructed Lego sets without going page by page.
Yeah. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial.
Yes. Because controversial to me also just kind of sounds like basic censoring, but not for like.
I'm going to go. Should I go 85 or 65 on that one?
I love. I don't know. How much do you love like controversial figure gets banned from platform and you hate them, but you want to know what got them banned? Like you're equally as interested. Or it's someone that you like did something like PewDiePie doing something controversial. You are interested.
Well, he already did that, so
like, and you know about it. You're interested in it, right?
I'm gonna go 65 on that one.
I went 100. Next, you would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more.
Oh no, no. I might reveal some things.
Why did you do it before?
No, because it's not that I did it before. It's the fact that I don't know if I would. Especially nowadays, I don't know if I would.
If someone needed it more, I don't know. If it's like money, if someone needs it more than me, then that's like I'm not gonna take money that someone needs.
If I like have change from getting pizza and pass someone who is homeless on the street while going to my car, it would be sort of an awful move if I just didn't even think about giving them some of the change, or at least or all of the change,
or a slice. Yeah, like it's like this is like the "Are you evil?" question, pretty much. It's like, no.
Would you pass along a good opportunity to keep the change?
Keep the change, you filthy animal. I'm gonna say like 35. I don't think I would.
Yeah.
I don't want to say 50 because I feel like that's the coward answer.
The coward answer.
No, it depends. If it's something like viable, like winning a brand new car and like their car's about to break down, it's like I'm gonna go 50. I'm coward.
50. I'm coward. I went 35. I know I'm selfish.
I think I would be a struggle with deadlines.
Struggle with let's say it.
100.
Yep, I knew you were going with that one. I struggle with deadlines. Not that I struggle with deadlines. Is the fact that sometimes I finish a project early. I just forget to submit it.
I wouldn't call that quite.
It's not that I'm struggling with the deadline. It's the fact that I got it done.
You're struggling with the submission.
Exactly.
You're already before the deadline. It's just, do I hit it yet? Do I hit it yet?
This is a big thing. Like especially with
did I rush it?
Especially with college and Monco, like I can't really work Blackboard all that well, so I just email the professor.
Which I don't know. I feel like that's more like securing the facets of your of bridging out. You
know? Do I struggle with deadlines? Yeah, I'm going. Should I go 50 or 65?
Because you don't struggle with meeting the time frame required. You struggle with just giving it to them.
Yeah, should I go 60 or 50?
65.
All right.
Because like you're still not submitting it.
True.
Next.
You feel confident that things will work out for you.
I want to say 85.
I'm going to go 50.
A hopeful 85.
I'm going to go 50.
Why, you think you'll crash that hard?
It's always that paranoia, man. Always that paranoia.
So you want to blow away your expectations.
Yeah, exactly. Going back to what No Way Home stole from me. If I have low expectations, I will never be disappointed.
I think I'll meet the expectations like that are given to me, but my own expectations are different. So I'm gonna say like generally. Oh my god, is this the last page?
This is the last page. Yeah, I think. I'll what are you going? What are you going with?
I went 85. I
went 50.
I'm pretty like I think I'll meet the requirements.
Yeah, all that's left is just. Or what gender? What gender are you?
Female.
Oh yeah, I'm male. All right, so ready? 3, 2, 1. I'm an archetype.
I'm an
architect.
I'm a campaigner.
All right, so go to another.
Time to play some D&D.
Yeah, go to another tab. Just see what it means. Actually, no. I will.
Read my profile.
Read my profile. Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Sure.
Just have it email and just ignore it. Yeah. We're typing in our emails. So that we can read more.
Sent. Great. All
right. I'm an architect. I'm a turbulent architect. So that means it can be lonely at the top as one of the rarest personality types and one of the most capable architects, or INTJs, know this all too well. Rational and quick-witted architects pride themselves on their ability to think for themselves, not to mention their uncanny knack for seeing right through phoniness and hypocrisy. But because their minds are never at rest, architects may struggle to find people who can keep up with their nonstop analysis of everything around them.
That sounds like what you had in high school. Was it the same thing or no?
INFP.
You're an INFT?
Yeah, which looking at the grid that is on the... Sorry, I can't do left and right. That is on the right of the screen. On the right of the screen, you can see like the percentage. Apparently, I'm more of a thinker. And I'm more of a judger now.
All right.
But I'm still introverted, and I'm more intuitive, Intuitive means that intuitive rather than observant means that you go with. I don't know what that means.
What was the word?
Intuitive and observant. Let me just see.
Intuitive means like you could solve like a handheld puzzle. Like your
Observe.
intuition allows you to undo a task or to do a task.
Okay. So
I am a campaigner or an ENFP. They are true free spirits, outgoing, open-hearted, and open-minded. With their lively, upbeat approach to life, they stand out in any crowd, but even though they can be the life of the party, campaigners don't just care about having a good time. These personality types run deep, as does their longing for meaningful, emotional connections with other people. 67% extroverted over introverted.
Yeah.
73% intuitive.
yeah,
over,
we're both intuitives.
54% feeling over thinking, prospecting over judging, turbulent over assertive by 50%.
Turbulent means that you go when you're making a decision, you go for what you fear. What is your fear rather than your assertive? What do you like? What makes you happiest?
Uh-huh.
Do you want to go for?
Strengths and weaknesses?
Actually, no. At the bottom of the page, right here, there are celebrities. There are celebrities and characters that you will most like. At the bottom of the page, architect. Well, for me, it says.
Oh my God!
All right. So, what do you want to? You go first.
I got Robert Downey Jr., Robin Williams, Quentin Tarantino,
I hate you.
Kim Nam-joon. Oh, is he an artist? I don't know.
I think
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand.
Kelly Clarkson. Will Smith. Meg Ryan. Ellen. Michael Scott from The Office. I hate that. Spider-Man. Why?
I love how it says why.
Phil Dunphy.
From Modern Family.
Piper Chapman from Orange is the New Black. Washburn from Firefly. Peeta Mellark from The Hunger Games.
Oh, well, I'm just going to love you for that one.
Jennifer Keller from Stargate. Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City. Willy Wonka from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory specifically, or from...
I think it's I think they have to say
book?
I think they have to say because it's from the book first.
So the book, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
he
book has precedent.
Yeah.
Which one are you like most like, oh my God, I'm the same personality as them?
Willy Wonka. Especially book Willy Wonka, because that's like a hard story. Also Spider-Man. I'm Spider-Man.
What are you most happiest with?
Spider-Man.
You're most happiest with the fact. Okay, so you want to see mine? Okay, so you ready for mine?
Tell me.
The architects you may know: Friedrich Nietzsche, Michelle Obama, Elon Musk,
Oh God.
Christopher Nolan,
Oh God.
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Okay.
Colin Powell, who is probably my dad's favorite modern politician, even though he passed away.
Sad.
Samantha Power, Walter White from Breaking Bad,
I think you're being called a red flag now.
Peter Baelish from Game of Thrones, Littlefinger, yes.
Oh no.
Tywin Lannister from Game of Thrones.
Oh no.
Yennefer Wernerberg from The Witcher series, which I don't know The Witcher.
Me neither.
Gandalf the Grey from Lord of the Rings, parentheses, why? Professor Moriarty from the Sherlock Holmes series, and Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games. Oh, and 7 of 9 from Star Trek Voyager.
I think it gave you a couple of problematic throws.
Yeah, I think I might have the most problematic of all the 16 personality types, which makes sense for me.
And I just got a couple of like, oh yeah, they made me feel, oh, wait a minute.
Of like all of them, there are like 3 that I'm happiest with. Christopher Nolan, Michelle Obama, because that is like the least red flag one on this entire list.
I'm sorry to say, there's like no diversity in my listing. I'm just noticing it's all like.
And for, I'm between the 3 TV ones: Walter White, Peter Baelish, and Tywin. Actually, no, it's between Tywin Lannister and Walter White. Actually, no, it's Tywin. Who am I kidding? It's Tywin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm most happiest that I'm like Tywin. Yeah.
I think the only diversity I have is a Korean rapper. Is a South Korean rapper.
Yeah. Okay. So like, all right. So now there's only one thing left to do. I'm going to look up how we interact with each other. INTJ and INFP.
Wouldn't that be like friendships or something?
Friendship. Does it on the thing? Does it immediately say like the personality types that are most your friends?
Look it up because I'm looking.
All right, so romantic relationships, which I'm very interested in. If friends,
I'm looking.
sharp-witted and darkly funny, INTJs aren't everyone's cup of tea, and they're okay with that. Intellectual match, a unique friendship. Yeah, I don't think it's saying anything about the specifics, the specific personality types. All right, so I'm just gonna look up. All right. General communication tips as coworkers, as lovers, as friends. Okay.
Personality type.
Okay, I got it.
Abilities.
As stated in the earlier section, which is of the bigger article, the ENFP and INTJ will quickly click as their conversations focus on impressions, ideas, opinions, and theories. You will find each other stimulating and interesting, and who doesn't want that? Speaking to the cognitive functions, each type's auxiliary function is the other's territory. Translated, that means there is an ease of understanding between the two of you. You both will find a mutual dislike of the mundane aspects of life and will frequently look to shake things up. This friendship can be electrifying and help each counterpart grow in new exciting ways. Yeah.
So we're just kind of compatible because we're like a yin yang where we just kind of link up at the ends.
Exactly. At first it's like you're feeling you're extroverted, I'm introverted, I'm thinking, so immediately people might think it's not really going to work.
Here, go to your friendship tab and read off the second paragraph.
The second paragraph?
Yeah, after like the first introductory.
All right. From the outside, this might sound dismissive, but the truth is that many architects have a knack for finding friends in seemingly unlikely places. These personalities aren't particularly swayed by appearances or social status, so they aren't afraid to befriend people who might be thought of as an outsider by the mainstream. In sizing up a potential friend, architects don't particularly care how popular that person is. Instead, they consider whether the person has values that are compatible with their own, such as intellect, honesty, self-improvement, or simply a different perspective.
Is that the second paragraph that you read off?
Yes.
Here. So, for mine, generous and giving campaigners have much to offer in the realm of friendship. At times, however, they may struggle with a suspicion that they care more about their friends than their friends care about them. A suspicion that can leave these sociable, warm-hearted personalities feeling more than a little lonely.
How do you feel about that?
And a little emotional loneliness. Mm-hmm. I guess maybe. It hasn't struck me that much yet in a relationship, mm-hmm. I guess. I
can honestly say, especially going back to high school, especially mm-hmm. in high school, I never really cared about who was popular when it came to my friends. I didn't really care about who was in in deep water with other friends. It was just the fact that, okay, you interest me. I like having a conversation with you. We're friends. Mm-hmm. That's it.
For me, it was literally just, we all fell into place. We became friends. And then the only thing that undid being friends was, it was never on my end. Mm-hmm. I knew that because it was always like the entire group casted them out.
Yeah.
And that was like the last person they went to.
I was still friends with the exes of some of our other friends because I just liked having conversations with them. I never went anywhere with them, mm-hmm. but I just liked having conversations with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems like we clash in it's like eustress versus distress. We have like a positive stress formed because we're like salt. We're like two highly poisonous, deadly things. One of us is highly poisonous and one is violently explosive. And when we come together, we're just salt. And everybody likes salt.
Well, unless you have like a salt.
Oh,
what's a salt?
A sodium deficiency.
Sodium deficiency. Is it like that, or I thought sodium deficiency was when you needed salt?
It's more like when you just can't handle an excess of. I think it's just more like a dietary issue generally.
All right. So how do you feel about that?
I think this paints it as a little more emotionally needing like the social engagement is fine, outgoing. I think it just poses it to be a little more, I don't know, needy. Yours seem to compliment you a little more, at least.
Mine seem to be like problematic, but in the problematic way that I'm comfortable with.
It's just like, there's a problem, but
my favorite movie's Joker. So what?
And mine's
I
more
like the discussions that it raises.
Seems like I'm trying to see a career path because mine's not bringing up a lot of what they're good at.
Just to compliment you further.
It's no surprise then that choosing a career path can leave people with this personality type feeling overwhelmed or scattered. Yeah. They may feel pulled in multiple directions, unsure of how to honor their passions or keep their options open while pulling a steady pace. I don't like this. I don't like this paragraph. We're just going to scroll.
You don't like this paragraph.
Okay, it might be hitting a little too personally. Good news, campaigners can use their boundless curiosity and imagination and propel themselves forward in pretty much any profession. Anything that yours says concerning that? Or yours is like, you already are you're in your lane, stay in it, kind of thing.
And let me just see about career paths for me, because I've been like looking at relationships. Yeah. All right, so career paths. Career paths. Architects are rarely satisfied by work that feels easy or comfortable. They want a career that fires up their curiosity and leverages their intellect, allowing them to expand their prowess as they tackle meaningful challenges and problems. If a job's description makes the average person think, wow, that sounds hard, then it might just be a good fit for the architect.
So yours seems that...
There's early career blues, finding their place, ever greater challenges. Yeah.
So yours is telling you might struggle less with a career path. Mine is telling me that I would struggle a little more solidifying one. I think it's the opposite now for romantic relationships, where mine's saying many campaigners harbor a deep longing to share their lives with another person. As a result, these personalities may feel a bit empty or uninspired if they're single. While their dedication to a relationship is admirable, campaigners may need to guard against investing too much of their sense of self in their relationships. When interested in someone, they rarely hold back. People with this personality type tend to fall in love easily, and they fall hard. Campaigners shower their new flame with affection, trusting that the devotion and passion they feel is real. What's yours say for relationships?
Relationships? Oh, that's the big one.
So I think mine's like, you're overemphasizing, chill out, cool down. Yours is probably going to be...
You read, where did you read from?
I just went from like the second paragraph.
Right after mine doesn't look too good. I'm just looking at the headings. The first one is the woes of dating, emotion sickness. Oh God. I'm just going to read from the first paragraph. INTJs approach romance the way they do most challenges, strategically, with clear-cut goals and a plan for achieving them. In a purely rational word, this approach would be foolproof. Alas, love is rarely rational, and architects are at risk of overlooking or misinterpreting the unpredictability of human nature and affection.
So it's the fact that you cannot plan it. It calls you an architect.
Yep.
And it calls mine a campaigner. So yours is very structural, wireframe to mesh to solidification, and mine is like forging on a completely unpaved path.
Yeah. Or by example, you are more of a Spider-Man, and I am more of a Tywin Lannister.
I was gonna say, if you said Tony Stark, I would laugh because Tony's on my list. Ironically,
Tony's on my list.
Yeah, he's on. Tony Stark is on my.
I think Tony would be more extroverted,
and he kind of builds on a whim, but it looks very it's structurally intact, but he built it on a whim.
True. All right, so
yours would be like each inscription on my blade I carved with the head of each of the ones that I slay. And every time that I slay it, it gets a little bit longer.
Do you dare work at workplace habits so that you can see what you might be doing now?
Let's see.
Because I feel like, especially for you, since you're at the moment working right now, workplace habits might come at like a bit too personal for you.
Let's see how personal it gets. With their warmth and open-mindedness, Campaigners or ENFPs often find ways to make their workplaces more creative, inspiring, and caring, no matter where they may be on the career ladder. Whether they're a brand new hire or a CEO, campaigners feel happiest when they have the time and freedom to explore new ideas. And if they can explore those ideas alongside other people who share their excitement, well, that's even better. So I like to throw excitement back and forth like a frisbee.
Yeah, fair enough.
I do like frisbee.
You do like frisbee.
I do like frisbee.
Mine is wherever they may be on the career ladder, architects want to pursue their professional goals according to their own standards. And if any personality type has high standards for themselves, it's almost certainly architects. I can agree with that. In theory, the attitude makes for a model employee and coworker, and in many ways, architects are exactly like that, I should say. But people with this personality type may be harsh or dismissive towards coworkers they don't respect. And unfortunately, losing architects' respect can be all too easy. In particular, architects may struggle to work with colleagues who prioritize convenience over innovation or socializing over success. Yes. 100% yes.
You prioritize convenience over you prioritize utility over convenience, and oftentimes in a social environment, the unpredictability of it can be unfulfilling or just disappointing, and it causes you to become irritable.
100% yes.
So ironically, if you and I were both in a workplace in a leadership role, I feel like that would kind of balance it.
Yes. In a leadership role, that would balance it. If either of us were any higher than the other, then I would get hostile.
If I was above you, or if you were above me?
If you were above me, and you were socializing to me, I'd be like, we have to get work done. We have to get work done. We have to get work done. Even if we didn't have work to get done, I'd be like, we have to get work done.
I think so, probably. Because then, if we're both on the same task, though, I feel like I would be bouncing in the box that you form.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
I feel like me reading this has just solidified. Can I use this on a?
You can probably resume.
Yeah, on my resume. Can I use this on my resume?
Because for sake of, I am on the utility, I am on the task, no matter what. And for mine, would probably just be I am always coming up with a new thing. There will never not be a way out for certain issues.
Yeah, and I think there's only one last thing that we need to look at, and that is Parenthood. Parenthood, which, considering I'm not even at the romantic relationship stage, should be interesting.
I feel like it's going to try and tell me that I'm going to be a good parent.
my quote that it puts at the top is, "Children must be taught how to think, not what to think."
So don't be a dictator parent.
Immediately, I'm like, yeah, I love it.
I think you're loving it too much, Walt. Walter, put the personality test down, Walter.
Just eat breakfast.
Walter.
Just join us for breakfast.
Hey, Mr. White, why are you looking at that website again? It makes you act weird.
Architects are known for their rationality and self-control, and they may be bemused by anyone who doesn't share these strengths. For example, children. For these personalities, parenting often requires mastering new skills and developing cognitive flexibility. Fortunately, architects are pretty much always up for the challenge. And for architects who have children, parenthood can be especially meaningful challenge to take on.
And that's the first paragraph?
Yeah.
For campaigners, one of the great joys of parenthood is sharing their sense of wonder and inspiration with their children. A few things feel more rewarding to a campaigner parent than seeing their child light up with curiosity about the world around them, which is just more I think if it wasn't my own kid, I would accidentally overwhelm them with how cool some things are, and they wouldn't be able to take it all in. They'd be really scared or confused and probably run away. But if it was my own kid and they would just be kind of growing up with it, I'd just be like, yeah, look at all these buttons, look at all of them, and then be pushing all of them to be like, so what's this section do? I'm like, ignore that. Look, don't touch those. Look at these. It's dancing away from the thing that they ask, just so that they kind of drag them along on a leash.
Look at it. You would be like, if you went for the paleontology route, You'd be like, look at all these dinosaur bones.
Catch.
Look how this one connects to this one. Look how this one connects to this one. See if you can make the dinosaur.
Read the entire paragraph.
Ooh, is that Jurassic Park? You can watch that later.
Look, I show them like on the computer. I'm just like, look at this, and I scroll at full speed. Did you get all that? Here, I'll read it back again. Look at all that. Just
look at all that. Look at that.
At like 2,500 speed, I try to play back everything that I know into a developing mind. It's telling you not to be too dictating towards them, and it's telling me, no, just be fun and flamboyant and free and just whatever.
You're going to be fun. You're going to be the fun parent. I'm going to be the parent who needs to learn how to parent.
Or learn how to approach a child. You're going to get them to be good with tasks. I think I would be the one. Our kids will be very on task and creative, hopefully. Big designers. Big
designers.
Big color nerds. Big debaters, I guess. I think they'd be pretty good in debate.
They would be master debaters.
I was waiting for you to put this
exactly.
together.
And on that note, I think that does it for this episode. I'm happy with what I got.
I think it kind of.
I think mine makes sense.
It pretty much makes sense to me.
Especially like the characters that I most idealize are the ones that I have the same personality type as. Mm-hmm. Is that more or less the same with you?
What do you mean?
A lot of the characters that they presented within their franchises are the characters that you most idolize in those franchises?
Maybe not quite idolize. I don't know what
identify with, I should say.
I think the Spider-Man one does make the most sense.
Spider-Man definitely makes the most sense.
I would want Steve Rogers on that list also, but him and I think Tony and Peter.
You got Robert Downey Jr. and let's face it, for the most part,
not Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. himself.
Yeah, but for the most part, Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man are more or less the same personality.
Like, they're not far. I just want to make sure it is. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. himself. He has the Iron Man helmet, of course, but like, it's Robert Downey Jr.'s personality specifically.
I think the two that you should be most proud of is the fact that you got Quentin Tarantino and Robin Williams.
Yeah, I'd say those are pretty heavy hitters, especially the Robin Williams. I think
I'm very proud that on that subject. I'm very proud that I got both Michelle Obama and Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, I'd say those are pretty inspiring figures to have in your list. So,
exactly. Right. So, with that said, next time on Real Wreckers. Now,
did we ever we didn't get to finish our complaints about Marvel. That was one thing about the MCU.
Finish our complaints about Marvel, but we will do that not next week, but the week after. We will finish that complaint because that complaint sort of goes into the Marvel shows, and I think that is is completely new territory from the Marvel movies.
Yeah, and I think the territory. I still need to watch She-Hulk at least.
You need to watch She-Hulk. You need to watch Hawkeye, especially Hawkeye. Hawkeye is because She-Hulk is still going on. That's less important.
But Hawkeye
will be important to the discussion.
All right.
Yeah. So with that said, next time on Real Wreckers, we have done the most official personality quiz. We have done the Pottermore quiz time and time again. But next week is September 1st, so I can't help it. It is the first day of September. It is pretty much the first time. It's the first month of the school year. So I feel like we have to, especially now that we have like narrowed down our Myers-Briggs personality types. Narrowing down our official Hogwarts house will be even more like interesting.
I have a feeling you've just been going through the test repeatedly in the background to see if you can get the one that you want, not the one that I don't believe you.
Nope.
We'll see. We'll see.
You saw me asking you time and time again throughout this one quiz alone, like asking you to make sure, am I 50%? Am I 65%?
It might be. We might Potter more again.
Exactly. And if we do, Dalton, bring someone on.
Bring someone on?
Bring someone on. That is our homework. Bring someone on.
For the hog?
For the hog.
For the Hogwarts.
For the hog.
Just bring him on for the hog. The what?
Bring him on for the hog.
We're going live with hogs.
Exactly. So that is our homework. This is the big change up from the last two times. We are not only going to be doing like our combination of our Myers-Briggs and our Pottermore results, but we will also be having guests on.
All right.
Yeah. So with that said, tune in next time on Real Wreckers for that, and make sure to follow us on Instagram. That is RECK_RE. Wait a minute. What is it again?
From the top.
That is REEL_RECKERS.
And our TikTok at Real Records. That's REELRECKERS to stay up to date on all of our polls and for a shout out next time.
I thought I could do it without looking at the script, and I
Poor
failed
thing.
miserably.
Poor thing.
Exactly. Until then, I'm Billy.
And I'm Dalton.
And you can consider this real
Wrecked.